Sandy Milo, and I make really silly sounds for a living. Currently, I'm on 17 animated series, and the ones you love best come from Cartoon Network, where I do the voice of Dexter, the genius, on Dexter's Laboratory. I also play a number of roles on Foster's Home, codenamed Kids Next Door, and I fill in when needed for my strange voices. Remember, moms and dads, when your kids are making these voices at home, don't shush them. They'll be deciding where you retire. So, we are here to learn about animation, an exciting new exhibit from the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, and in collaboration with Cartoon Network. All right, animation is not all funny business. It brings together art, math, science, and technology. Here are a few facts that you need to know before we get started. Animation is 6,000 square feet of fun-filled activities and larger-than-life characters. It was designed with both the family and student audiences in mind. And did you know that OMSI is a leader in the traveling exhibit industry? And believe me, they have completely outdone themselves this time. So come on, let's go check it out. What better place to begin than at the beginning? At the History Station, visitors start out at this modern version of the old-fashioned praxinoscope. You simply slightly modify the position of the balls, spin the platform, and the balls morph into a single piece of animation. Visitors can also check out a modern mutoscope. Crank a handle and watch a spool of images flip around to create an animated sequence. Welcome to the animation studio. You know, realistic animation must include lifelike character movement. Here, you'll manipulate a two-dimensional horse to see if you can capture its natural gait. You just simply pose the horse at key stages of movement and snap a picture. Then play back your animation and see how well you did. Discover how animation is produced in a step-by-step process. Slide a computer monitor along a track and view the many different steps of cell animation from start to finish in this simple interactive computer tutorial. Cell animation was developed to save time. By stacking cells, new scenes can be created and objects added to cartoons in layers. In this activity, select different backgrounds, characters, and effects in your preferred order and see how they combine to create a full-color scene. Panning backgrounds can fool the eye, making it appear that not only is a character moving, but moving a great distance. This time, slide a moving background along a track, snapping frames as you go. Then, when you watch your finished animation, it'll look like the stationary characters are moving. Animators use ratios and mathematical tools, such as the pantographs, to enlarge a character while keeping the correct proportions. Trace the template using the oversized pantograph. At the same time, the pantograph will be drawing a larger version on a giant magnadoodle. Stories progress in a certain sequence, which ideally should be mapped out early in the process. Select from a series of picture cards and arrange them into your own storyboard. Then, press a button and watch an animated version of your storyboard come to life on a monitor. Let's do some drawing. Welcome to Art in Motion, where we're going to play with a few imaginary friends and see why art and math are so important in animation. Here, visitors discover that all animated characters start with geometric shapes. Watch a step-by-step video featuring a Cartoon Network artist, Jay, drawing characters from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Then, give it a try. Now, older kids and adults can really get creative, while the younger kids can have a lot of fun using the stencils of Foster's Home characters. Most animation uses 24 frames per second because that produces the perfect apparent motion effect. Fewer frames can look unrealistic because the image seems to flicker between frames. Here, you can use this dial on this LED display to change the rate of the frames per second. Illusions of movement, even types of movement not possible in real life, can be created using images mapped out on a grid. In this fun, full-body interactive, you can animate yourself. Come on. onto a large floor grid and strike a pose, or better yet, jump as the camera takes your picture at each new pose. Play back your animation and watch yourself magically move around the room. And if you jump in each pose, you look like you're floating. Kids love this. It's very cool. Okay, I love it. At any of these 3 identical stations, you can create your own stop-motion animation. Just manipulate the various geometric objects and snap a picture of each move that you make. Then, play it back when you're done and see the sequence that you made. Candy, Dexter here. Bring them over to my laboratory. You heard the genius. Let's head on over. Welcome to Dexter's laboratory. This is where we discover how truly scientific animation can be. At this computer activity, you can explore the different applications of animation technology in fields such as genetics, space, paleontology, medicine, and archaeology. Learn how computers have become one of the most important tools in animation, freeing the animator from drawing the same thing over and over again. Right here, select a background, select a character, manipulate the character a bit, take some pictures creating keyframes, and then the computer will fill in the gaps. Use the animator's technique of squash and stretch to create a realistic animation of a bouncing ball. In this computer activity, click and drag cartoon pictures of a ball into the correct sequence showing a bouncing ball. Eureka! It worked! Thank you, Dexter. Time-lapse technology allows us to view an action that occurred over a long period of time in just a matter of seconds. Experience this technology as you watch several different time-lapse videos and control the speed of it using this spinning knob. Come on, let's watch. In this full-body interactive, experiment with the same types of special effects Hollywood uses for films and television. You can jump or pose while several different digital cameras take your picture simultaneously. The still images are then played back in rapid succession on a large monitor above, creating an animation in which you are viewed from several angles. Guys, this is a fun one. Hey, wait, did you hear that? Oh, sounds like we're at the sound and stage portion of our show, hosted by my pals, codenamed Kids Next Door. Come on, let's go. Welcome to the Foley Room. Here you can become a sound technician and add audio effects to an animation clip. Come on. You'll practice timing and sequencing as you try to synchronize your sounds with the action on the screen. To generate realistic speech, an animator must study how people's mouths move for each speech sound. In this activity, listen to a short phrase.
We are the kids next door.
And see if you can match the correct mouth shape to the sound being spoken. Take a picture of each speech sound. Then play back your sequence and see these speech sounds. Once visitors learn the science behind animation, they can put their knowledge to the test and investigate some of their animated favorites, explore animation's history, and check out several unique artifacts, nostalgic toys, and other fun pop culture